Zombie cards may exhibit many different zombie abilities, all of which are represented on this table right now. We've already covered several, such as Stride, which allows a zombie to move 2 during the zombie movement phase. We've covered Reach, which allows a zombie to reach from space 2 in order to scratch our player. And we've covered No Hold Back, which prevents you from holding a zombie back when it may be attacking you. But there are several more abilities that you may encounter in a game of If I'm Going Down. The first is called Short Stuff, which we can see on Nibbler here, represented by a little icon with an arrow over it, and then a very short little person. These zombies may not be attacked by range attacks if any other zombies are adjacent to and in front of that zombie. So for example, since these two zombies are both adjacent to and in front of Nibbler, Jesse may not shoot at Nibbler. The second ability you may encounter is called Rip, which is exhibited here on Eros. You can see it represented by the RIP icon on his card. If you are bitten just once by any zombie with the RIP ability, you will be instantly killed and removed from the game. The third ability you may encounter is called Loved One, and we can see that on Archer, our football player here. It is represented both by the heart icon on his card and by the greenish hue behind the character on the card. This ability means that you may not kill or attack this zombie until after the zombie has been held, meaning that you must first hold the zombie on one turn, essentially hugging him as he is your loved one, and then on a future turn you may kill him in whatever manner you see fit. Like Loved One, there is also an ability called Hated One, and we can see that ability on Frank here, exhibited by a broken heart and by the reddish tint to the background of the card. Unlike the Loved Ones, the Hated Ones must be attacked once they come out on the board, and they must be attacked by whoever they are closest to. Now, note you may not be able to attack this character because you may not have a ranged weapon. In this case, Jessie is holding a handgun, so if she's going to attack somebody, it must be Frank. But if she were holding a melee weapon instead, and is unable to attack Frank, she is free to attack whatever zombie around her that she chooses. The Moan ability is depicted on many zombie cards, and it looks like this. It is a picture of a head with some moans coming out of the mouth. The Moan ability simply means that when one of your characters dies, you're going to lose a number of points equal to the number of Moan abilities out on the table at the time. So, if Jessie were to die this turn, removing her from the game, you would lose 3 points for the 3 Moan abilities out on the table, subtracting those from the points in your score pile. There are 2 more effects that are printed on zombie cards. Although they are not abilities, they will affect your gameplay in different ways. The first of these abilities is called the Acquire ability, and you can see that on the officer crew here in the middle of our display, represented by the purple icon with the handgun in it. When you kill this zombie, you are going to find the item indicated on that card if it is present in the Fate deck discard pile. If it is, you can either take that item and put it on one of your trackers or discard it from play. The final effect you'll see on a card is called Shared Hunger, depicted by a small green icon in the bottom left-hand corner of the card. This one showing a +1 and the word Standard Male underneath the icon. This means that each standard male adjacent to Lumpy is going to get a +1 to his Z number, adding a +1 token to that card and effectively making the zombie 1 harder to kill.